of this, what most would consider the major treatise in the New Testament on marriage. And the summary is the summary of the greatest treatise in the New Testament on marriage, and it's a pink and blue verse. It's like this is God's last word to the church on marriage. You know, my dad was dying. He was on his deathbed, and he said, Emerson, son, come here. Come close. I need to say something to you. Whatever my dad's about to say will be the most important words he's ever spoken. The last words a person speaks are the most important words. It's going to come deep from his soul, and he intends for it to go deep into my soul. Well, Abba Father's not dying, but it is as though he is saying, come close, church, listen to me, listen to me. Come close, listen to me. And if you listen to me, everything will be okay even though you have trouble. If you don't listen to me, you will conclude that that trouble means you've made a mistake, and you have not. In fact, you are in the center of my will on Tuesday night. But you will conclude that this person has serious problems, and you made a mistake in marrying them, and you are wrong. And you will end in divorce or live a life of misery having missed the gift that I intended for you to understand. Well, what is that pink and blue verse? What is it? Here it is. Ephesians 5:33. A husband must love his wife, and a wife must respect her husband. I thought, whoa. Why didn't he say a husband must love, a wife must love? Why doesn't he say a husband must respect, a wife must respect? Why does he say a husband must love, a wife must respect? Why didn't he say a husband must respect and a wife must love? What is this? A husband must love, a wife must respect. It's a pink and blue thing. Now, there's not a whole lot of controversy on a husband loving a wife. And let me just step back for a moment. I'm going to answer this question in just a second. So hang on to this question because it's a good question some of you are asking. Are you saying that women don't need respect? And are you saying that men don't need love? Ain't saying that, and we'll come to that and we'll answer that good question because it's a good question. So hang on to it because I want to answer it, but not right now. But there's not a whole lot of controversy on a husband loving his wife. Not a whole lot of controversy. It's a beautiful thing. But now this other part, that a wife must respect her husband. Women say to me, Dr. Emerson, I have to be honest with you. I don't feel any respect for him. It would be hypocritical for me to show respect when I don't feel respect. I'm not going to be hypocritical. And I'll tell you, he hasn't earned the respect. And everybody knows you got to earn respect. He hasn't loved me in meaningful ways. He hasn't earned it. He does not deserve the respect. And I'll tell you this too, he's not superior to me. And the dictionary defines respect, showing respect to your superiors. He's not superior to me. I'm not inferior to him. I'm not going to be treated like a doormat. And I'll tell you this too, it's all about him. It's all about him and his narcissism and his ego, and I'm not going to feed that. And I'll tell you too, I'm not going to fear his dominance. I certainly am not going to fear his dominance or subject myself to emotional abuse. But other than these things, I am really open to hearing what you have to say about this. How many of you have sons? Would you raise your hands? Keep those hands up. Yes, look at all. What I just shared with you, that attitude is going to be the attitude of your sweet daughter-in-law toward your precious baby boy. And she's not going to have a mean bone in her body. She's not. She's going to be the epitome of sweetness. God made her that way. It's a beautiful thing. But when those doors close, that mantra that I just sang, so to speak, that little thing that I just went through, that list, all of that, the culture says she has every right to say to him, and your boy is going to shrivel. He's just going to close down. He's going to shut down. And then she's going to label him as even more unloving. And he's not going to know what hit him. And they're going to be divorced. And my mom and dad divorced when I was 1. Fortunately, they remarried one another. But my dad had a problem with violence and rage, so mom separated, took my sister and me, and we left for another 5 years. I have some deep woundedness in my soul. And there is a pain here because I think couples get themselves in these situations and they don't know how to get out of this. And there are some attitudes that are present and there's things going on. So I'm not